Looks like I need some color, doesn't it? Welcome back again to the video blog. Very sunny day here in Toronto. Adam Daniel Mezei, thanks again for watching. So, history is really where it's at. History, that study of things that happened either long ago, medium long ago, or very long ago. History is really where it's at. I used to be dating somebody who used to always criticize me about my penchant for historical books, historical tomes, thick, heavy books that you could stop a door with, or that you could clobber a mugger over his head before he actually robs the old lady of her purse or her handbag. Yes, those kind of books. It was those kind of books that I really took a lot of pride in reading. A 600-page book, a heavy book, a lot of paper, a lot of forest, a lot of felled trees. Took a lot of pleasure in reading books like that, and going through 800 pages worth of material and churning through that. The sense of accomplishment that you get from finishing off a book of that length within a record or requisite amount of time is really something to behold. I think it's really something to admire. I really admire books like that. I look for books like that in the bookstore. If they're, of course, in the lower price category, all the better, because then I can buy a few of them and read them all at once. But history is really where it's at because it tells you stories of things that happened before, and learning about things that happened before are signposts for the future. I disagree with, the kind of arguments I used to get in with, of course, somebody that I used to date who used to say things like history's all made up, and you don't really know that that's actually what happened. And it was kind of a prescription, or at least it was her prescription, for kind of avoiding the need to study history. But that kind of is almost like ostrich-like behavior. That's just sort of sticking your head in the sand and not really wanting to pay attention to things which preceded you. And it's almost a bit dangerous, I would say, because you don't have kind of the database or the knowledge or the lead time of things that had preceded you and that had happened before that would prevent you from having to make the same mistakes again. Perhaps not necessarily in a similar way, but at least in a way where you could avoid some of the major troubles that might happen again and will happen again and will crop up again in the future, because such is the nature of things. History is really where it's at. Pick an era, study it until you know it backwards and forwards, know it like the back of your hand. Pick an era and delve in it. Study your craft. Become a master of your craft. Become a maven in a particular area of study and know it really well. I think that's the way to mastery. I also think that's the way to prevent problems in the future. And I disagree, as I said, and I continue to read the heavy books, and I will continue to read those books, real, heavy, paper, hardcover books that you actually have to sometimes carry with two hands. I will continue to read those books into the future because that is the way that I like to live my life. It's never going to change. And I hope you enjoy history the way I do, and this is my petition to you to possibly go to your bookstore and enjoy it in a similar manner. Thanks again for watching, wishing you and yours and every little person that you know the very best of things.